feels just right, leave a like, subscription, and comment below. Today I want to talk about something I don't see very often in people my age and younger, and that's relationships that last for a long time. I've been together with my hubby for 19 years and still going strong. Sometimes I get asked how I managed to get that kind of relationship with a gay partnership. The mechanics behind it is the same regardless of sexuality. But first, let's look at what I see in the modern dating arena. We have men being on their best behavior, acting like someone they are not to impress the other person. They say they're after a long-term relationship, but sadly sex comes to their mind readily. Don't get me started on women looking for bank account details and status. I'm gay, so let's stick with the gay and work our way to heterosexual relationships. The gay community is rife with porn-brained people. So many gays are looking for quick hookups and nothing more. Or they'll get into relationships they think are amazing, but they know nothing about the other person other than they like having sex with them. My partner and I aren't focused on sex. We're focused on each other, for our interests and needs, and we take care of each other. Sure, we have sex. That, of course, does happen, but it's not what we based on relationship on. We have shared interests and hobbies, and we show interest and hobbies of each other that we don't personally partake in and encourage each other. The problem with the gay community at large is that they're too deeply invested in the orgasm of hookup culture. They say they want a long-term committed relationship, but they always go after the sex first and try to build from that, which is doomed to fail every time. In regards to straight relationships, I see it a lot. Very similar situation. Sexual freedom and liberation of both men and women. Addicts of hookup culture and being porn-brained, trying to have sex and build a relationship after that. Or they'll go on dates being on their best behavior and best dressed to impress the other, which is why they always change after they move in or things get serious. They let the facade go away and you're left with the real person. And no, ladies, you're not all solid tens. That's the AI filter you're using, making you look pretty on your phone camera. You don't really look like that. Go out in public and look for one of these TikTok and Instagram hotties out in the wild just to see if you can spot one in real life. You'll never find one, because they're all digitally made up with AI to look like someone they're not. Don't fall into the same delusional trap. Also keep in mind that men don't care about what fancy degrees you have, what job you have, how much money you make, etc. A common problem I see with women is they're searching for the ultra-rich guys so much and expect these lavish dates. You see, a poor man will spend his entire paycheck to take you on this date and break himself to please you, and probably try to get into your pants. A rich man doesn't have time for all those theatrics. So that coffee date you snub your nose at. Yeah, the millionaires and billionaires are going to take the time off of their busy schedule to have some coffee with you for a little while, but they're not going to spend hours upon hours treating you to a lavish luxury date on the town. They don't have time for that. So while you're complaining about not being taken to a Michelin star restaurant, so obviously the man is broke and can't afford you, the guy that can't afford you, well, he has options. Why is that rich guy going to date you specifically? Why does he want you? What do you bring to the table other than your looks, your ego, your baggage? A wealthy man isn't going to care if you're a cart pusher at Walmart, or some high-end fashion executive crunching the latest styles and numbers and closing the latest makeup brand deals. And from what I've seen, let's throw in the fact you're probably a single mother as well. Why would he want to raise another man's kids instead of his own? As I said earlier, this man has options. You're not the prize. He's the prize. You're trying to attract a man that can sack supermodels for a quickie, and having children from another man is definitely a huge no for them. Expecting lavish dates is also a no-go. Don't get me wrong, I've seen gay men try to do the same thing, and it goes disastrously wrong every single time. If you're wondering why you're unable to find a long-term, committed, and loving relationship that lasts a lifetime, regardless of your sex or sexuality, the biggest factor in the whole thing might not be the other person you're chasing. It very well could be a situation where you need to look in a real mirror instead of your AI-enhanced phone camera myself similar. What communities do we share? Well, first off, we're both furries. We believe roughly the same religiously. We both had horrible childhoods with abusive parents. We're both overweight. We both have vision issues. I like animals, namely cats. He likes fish, but I also have a soft spot for looking at fish because I find them relaxing to watch. We both like retro gaming. I'm into retro computers and BBSs. He collects retro hardware. He designed websites and graphics. I can program retro hardware and code websites and games. We even met on a defunct furry website called Pounced. You might need to find a community with shared interests. It works well if you have a hobby you share with someone, so it works well to have hobbies instead of shunning men for having them. Your hobby can't be sitting around watching TV all day. And here's the important part. You're both going to have to learn to live with each other and support each other, even if that means you do the cooking and cleaning while he takes out the trash, mow the lawn, work on the car, etc. There's no excuse for not knowing how to cook and clean. I can cook from scratch, I can clean, I can sew, I can knit. There's no excuse for you to not know how to do these things. It's all life skills. And final lesson of this video, it's very simple. You and your partner have to be able to give each other peace. If you're causing drama or nagging or bringing shit up all the time and hounding your partner because he has a sour attitude, the problem likely isn't him, it's you.